This is the first Moleskine sketchbook that I've ever purchased. I got it in 2014, which means it took me 6 years to fill it. You wanna see what's inside? This is our dog Baka when he was still young. The house of our neighbors. This kind of reminds me of Vanilla Sky. Some random line art that I never bothered to color in. A sparrow! I spent a lot of time on the details of this, but I don't really like the result. I was going for a deer in the headlights kind of feel with this. I wanted her to look scared and surprised. This is from that one winter when a creepy old guy accompanied me on my way to work every morning and he was trying to force his friendship on me, or whatever. Well, what do I say about this one? Nothing? This brings back the feelings of early spring, which I'm always so excited about. I did these two in the same cafe, which has windows overlooking a museum garden. It's really nice. I guess I wasn't in a great mood when I did this. And this is just an eye. There is an empty page here. This is actually one of the last drawings that I did in this sketchbook. Some flowers from my mom's garden. This is for our old dog Bingo. He was 15 when he passed away. He was the loveliest golden retriever. This is from a summer night when we went out for some drinks with a former colleague of mine. The summer rain came down just before we met, and he took shelter under this statue. I felt it made for a really cool picture. Oh boy, this one is deep, so let's skip the explanation. I had just heard about Inktober for the very first time before I did this, so that explains the spooky mood and the ink work. I like that door. And a tree. I did this one while on a flight to Korea on a business trip. This is based on a still from the movie Everest, I think it's called. And a passenger from that plane. The spider is one of my favorite drawings in this entire sketchbook, but the legs really bother me. This is another one that I did in a cafe. It was pouring outside. And this one I did on a nice summer evening, sitting on the stairs outside the museum. Some cozy nightmare stuff. I like the wings here, but nothing else really. Don't like her face. This is me, getting caught unprepared by Monday morning. It's a cute girl I saw texting on the metro. She looked like she was in love. And a cute old man reading a book on the metro. Oh my, I'm so scared of hitting animals while driving. I have hit a deer once, and it was terrible in so many ways. A black horse. It's black because the first version was so terrible that I had to cover it up somehow. I saw this guy while I was hiking in the mountains. He was kind of just sailing around, circling in the air, and he looked really funny. I imagined he was whistling. The next 3 pages I did on an airplane, and usually I have no problem at all flying, but this one flight I was so terribly scared that something bad would happen. Which it didn't in the end. But the hotel that we stayed in was miserable, so there's that. The next few pages were part of my Inktober project in 2019, and I have time-lapse videos for all of them. So if you want to check them out, you will find the link in the description box. This is Castle Neuschwanstein. And when I finished this, I swore that I would never draw a building again. And the next thing I did was paint a really big painting with a church. This is my version of Snow White, inspired by a friend. A crow. I love crows. And some more crows. I think I did this partly for the sake of doing a double spread. I was really into doing gradation work around this time. I especially like this one. Is that the word gradation? I'm not sure. Skip. And this was fun too. This is on my way to work actually. I was listening to The Mercy Seat by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds for 1 hour and a half on loop while drawing this horse. These are my hands and my ugly feet. Some raindrops on glass. And this one is to remember the damn coronavirus that ruined our spring 2020. And here's the very last page of my first Moleskine sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye!